discuss Patrick Williams' season-ending surgery. What does that look like, especially with Torrey Craig on the sideline? But before we get into all of that, let me ask my boy, my co-host Q, how you doing, bro?
I feel like I'm the ninth place seeded team in the East. That's how I feel right now. Now, I don't know how that feel for the people in that building, but I don't know how I feel. I don't feel good, so we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
Gonna
bro.
leave it at that.
Ninth seed, it don't even look like we have any chance of making eighth, right? I could see us sliding back to 10th
Yeah,
or staying at ninth. Realistically, it's either ninth or 10th at this point, in my opinion.
yeah, I can't see the Nets even wanting to make the play in at this point. So
Especially after them firing Jack Vaughn out there. So
yeah, yeah. So it looked like we're destined for this ninth or 10th seed, like you said. We might get lucky, hit a hot streak, but after all the things that you laid out, I highly doubt.
yeah, because I mean we gotta realistically look at it, man. Eighth, we got Miami right now. Seventh is Indiana, and sixth is Orlando. I don't see we not better than none of them teams I just named. Miami,
Yeah,
a puncher's chance. I really think if we seen them in a play, and that's the one team that we possibly can beat. Tyrese Halliburton, he had a record breaking assists to turnover ratio against us. I think he had if I recall the last time we played them, 27 points and 23 assists with no turnovers.
it was insane.
Yeah,
And
he
it was
just
like a come from behind win.
yeah, crawled away back in. And that's without Pascal. Now they got Pascal. I
I mean,
just
he
think
got
like,
Terry now.
huh?
He got Terry now. Terry Rozier.
Who he
The Heat.
Yeah, but the Heat, I'm not. I don't know. They're not a. I don't know. I just think we match up better with them than any other
I
team.
give you that.
It's
I give
small,
you that.
and we're a small
Yeah.
team. I think we can run with the small teams. It's just more the longer athletic teams, people that got traditional fours, like I was saying with Pascal. We don't have anybody to match up with that.
Man, we
Um,
don't got no Zach Levine, no Patrick, no Torrey, no Lonzo. Oh man.
yeah, yeah,
The
we
list.
wounded right now, bro. We wounded. But out of all of those teams, the matchup with, like I said, I look forward to playing Miami just because of the small ball. I don't want to see Orlando whatsoever. I hope they land off at 6, so we don't even have to see them in the tournament. Um, and again with Pacers, I just think Halliburton is smarter than Billy Donovan. So ain't no
you,
beating the Pacers right now, in my opinion. So best chance would
you
be
might
Heat.
be right. You
Yeah,
might be right. But I mean, Spo already, well, I mean, I feel like I want to say Spo out coached us, but I don't know at the same time. I feel like Billy just didn't coach well.
yeah, and I think again, Billy coached us out that game, in my opinion. This will
Coached
be
us in it and then coached us out of it.
exactly right. You got Drummond in there cooking. You got Kobe White coming out, right? He looking like he's ready to take, a little bit more initiative in that lead guard role. And then you go back to
At
what?
least that day.
Yeah,
At least my
just
man's
that one
cooking
day.
that day.
Yeah.
It's winter go home and he cooking.
Then you go back to the Pat Bev and the Vooch, right? Where I had put this out in the Bulls community, man. I honestly think the players that we depend on as stars, those are bench players on contending teams. Vooch is not a starter on a contending team, in my opinion. DeMar DeRozan, 6 man, possibly soft starter or a good starter on a playoff team, but a contending team, I don't see my man as being no starter
No, I
either.
mean he's not a number one option.
Oh yeah, that's
I think
been
that's what it is. I feel like he's not a number one option. I could see Vooch being on some contending teams and some playoff teams. I'm like, oh,
I
cap on Vooch.
I
I
don't I,
could.
I don't know.
You
I
don't think
don't
the
see it.
Clippers will want Vooch starting?
No, because they would have traded for him, or they would have tried to
I
sign
mean,
him.
they don't got shit to trade, bro.
Bro, they could have thrown what's the big white dude that got down there right now?
Zubac.
Yeah, they could have Zubac and Marcus Morris Covington instead of the Harden package. They could have threw that shit
Wow,
for
wow,
Vooch.
nah, G, we not. They ain't gonna collect 20 mil in salary when they literally don't care about who they throw to. Like, I'm just saying, if Vooch was cheap, a lot of teams would take.
I think you could have got him at cheap, but again, I think Vooch. And DeMar, it's the same situation. I think we value them more than any other team around the league. That's why we can't get rid of them. We can't trade them. They hold too much value for this organization to just move off of them, right? Like you
Yeah,
don't have any clear-cut replacement for either player if you let one of them walk. And if you were to trade, clearly you're going to take a step back. But again, you want to take a step back to take a bigger leap forward in the future. But right now, it just seemed like we taking it day by day, and trying to build this thing brick by brick, which clearly is not working. But again, I don't make, I just
I,
review
I
the finished product.
I'll just say maybe I'm gonna try to give them the credit they don't deserve. Maybe they just trying to stall until we get all of our draft picks back. I don't know. That's me reaching. That's me
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to make it make
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
That
yeah.
like it doesn't make sense any other way. I get it. You don't want to blow it up because we still owe picks. All right, fine. But
But
like
you,
you know,
but when you blow it up, you recoup picks, right? Like we just heard
yeah,
the package for Andre Drummond. You could have just let him go for 3 second rounders, which you gave up two in the Julian Phillips trade and lost one in Lonzo. Easily could have recouped some assets there.
yeah.
Alex Caruso, you got this Spurs pick going out in 2025. Clearly, Golden State was willing to partner. What was it? What's the young kid? Moses Moody in the first
Yeah,
round
Moody
pick.
in the pick.
Yeah, you could have easily recouped some assets, got back in that chessboard, and boom, let me go ahead and try to build something going forward with Kobe White, Patrick Williams. If you want to
IO
re-sign
shit.
Pat, Io, right, and go in that direction. But I don't think I don't know what the hell they thinking. Honestly, I don't. They say they see what we see. I'm not seeing that piece of it. It's like, dude, you going in there? Like, I don't even think you watching the games at this point, bro.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I don't get it. I feel like, and then what's crazy is it feel like we're even further away than when they came in office. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think when they came in again, they had assets. That's the difference. Now we have no bro. The only asset on this team right now is Kobe White and Alex Caruso. Everybody else is a net negative, bro. Arguably, you gonna
maybe
zero
Drummond.
out. You're gonna zero out with anything else, or you're gonna take a step back. So again, this is their decision. While we talking about front office and topics on this, it's rumors out that the Hornets warn Mark Eversley. He's the leading candidate to take over the VP role in their organization. How do you feel about that? Now, Mark is a brother, right? He came in from Philly. We don't really see how much he do behind the scenes, but reported he's the reason we got DeMar DeRozan, right? He worked with Nike. He got some relationships there. Will you feel free or would you feel good about letting him go? Maybe we need a shakeup in the front office to see a new mind come in to probably spark the idea of change,
I
or
don't
do
know
you
if
want
I
to
want
go to
to.
status quo?
I don't know if I would want to see him leave or Arturas leave. You know, I already you see Arturas do most of the talking, so it makes me feel like I need to see Arturas leave. But so I really don't know how much role one plays on the team than the other. So I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm with you. Something gotta change. Like, damn, y'all ain't gonna change my coach. Y'all ain't finna change this core. Change the front office then. If y'all gotta do something, change the front office. Like I do want to see something that makes me think this team is trying. And I actually want to see something that shows a step forward. And then, they did try to do that the first time they signed both of them. In the first year, we had a step forward. We made the playoffs. And then we went back to what we were. Or yeah, we went back to what we were. Even like I said, even worse because now we middle of the pack. We fringe lottery team. Like that's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible, bro. Fringe lottery with no future assets. That's the worst position you could be in. And then
Not
to
even in
continue
the
to
playoff.
yeah, and then to continue to, flex the status quo is just insane to me.
Double
To
down.
me, that's worse than fucking Gar Foreman. At least Gar
Yeah.
Foreman would, let me go try to get a second round, a late second, or let me go do something. Let me try to wiggle. We'll come on, Justin Holiday. We'll take you in. Dinwiddie. At least he did something, bro. Like, where's the creativity on this roster? Like, where are we trying?
And
Like I
again,
don't
like
see.
I said, I felt like when we signed young niggas back then, they played, bro.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you said, you like, hey, we need to shake up. Let me go bring in Justin Holiday. Get that man like 10 minutes real quick.
Man, let me go get a Lemon Walk Jr. Let me go get a
I mean, it's
know.
just insane because you looking at Luke Cornett go for like 15 with the Celtics the other day, getting real quality minutes, and he had quality minutes with us. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just times like that. I'm like, how we can't make it work? How we just can't seem to find talent or keep talent?
I, I don't know, man. I
And
think
right
it's
now, it seems like we
short
can't find
time, man.
talent. Like it seems like we can keep talent fine now. Like that's a problem we had back then. Now we just can't find talent.
Yeah, I think the difference is now is I think we got talented pieces, but I think the development piece is not enough. Now you know how we talked off there, which we could transition to Benham, right? OB. We just signed him. You alluded to off air, my man only played 6 minutes in the league, right? And we just gave him a multi-year contract, right? Nobody knows what he can be. Nobody knows what he can do. If you watch the G League games, I believe he averaging 14 points right now. We know he came in as a shooter. We talked
He
about,
averaged like 47% from three.
yeah, you know, we talked about him in the offseason, you know, dunk contest champion. We know he could get the shots up and everything like that. But then when you got a coach like Billy Donovan, who will not play these young guys, right? We don't know what the hell we got. And then if they go somewhere else because we leaning on 40 minutes of DeMar every night, Torrey Craig, Vooch, right? It's like we got veterans on this team that can't even 5 minutes, aka Drummond, right? So
Yeah,
it's like for these young guys, we don't know what the hell we got, and we not really putting them, to me, in the best position to succeed if you giving them spurt minutes, right? Especially
I
when you know you're a ninth seed. Like, man,
that's what I'm getting at. We are for us to be a 9 seed. What we playing for? Like, I think that's the thing the organization needs to see. What are we playing for? Are we playing? Are They're acting like we're still playing for a championship this year?
yeah,
Yeah, let's give DeMar 40 minutes. Let's give Kobe 40 minutes. Let's give Vooch 38 minutes. We down 15, 5 minutes left. We down 19, 5 minutes left in the game. Vooch and DeMar is playing awful. They are still in the game.
yeah, bro.
And I'm talking about, I'm like, Kobe finished the game 6 for 19. I think DeMar finished 7 for 17. So it's like, what are we doing? At that moment, this is time for them last 5 minutes need to be Dalen Terry, Javon Carter. It needs to be Bidham, Julian Phillips. He did play some of that. Like that's the people I want to see. Like I don't want to see no more Kobe White in garbage time. Maybe we can see a little bit of Io, but I want to start seeing what our players can do on the court, so we can know what to expect from them when we put them on the court. Versus they get on the court, don't know what to do, then we never see them again.
Yeah. And I think again, we kind of talked about this a few episodes ago. The big issue is when you got Vooch playing heavy minutes and DeMar playing heavy minutes, you know, those are two roles where most of your young guys playing, right? You got Julian Phillips, three. Dalen Terry is really like a three, you know, can step down to the two a little bit. But these all minutes behind DeMar. And I wish the Chicago Bulls would take the Miami Heat approach where maybe you let DeMar sit a few games to see what you got in the young guys, and then again you kind of let them groom and play, because again they're hungry, right? So when we
Yeah.
playing against these, it's a few times where Jimmy didn't play against us, right? When you
Mm-hmm.
got these teams that's like 9, 10, AC, let the young guys go out there, let them get some experience and let them play against
Bro,
some
do you
talent.
see what's going on in Memphis?
Yeah, hell yeah, they almost
Like,
whooped our ass.
bro, bro, they basically they basically revamped the whole roster in the middle of the season, it feels like, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, who
yeah.
every game? Who are these niggas? For
But they hungry though. They
yeah.
hungry. They getting into
Someone
it with
giving them a
motherfuckers. They getting in fights and shit on the court like that. You know, they out here. Like, you know, and I think that's just the difference between us and, you know, successful franchises. It's like we gotta see what we working with. Get these guys out here, but don't play them in just garbage minutes. You know, especially like in a down part of the season, man. When you a ninth seed, to me, honestly, I think if you remove Vooch, DeRozan off this team, Torrey Craig, Javon Carter, Alex Caruso, I still think this team is capable of being a 9th and 10th seed, all due to Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu. Pat was taking that further leap, right? And if you didn't keep Drummond or Vooch, like, you're going to replace that production somehow, some way, get a young big in here.
Yeah, assuming we put a team together.
Yeah. Like,
with mild talent. Like, yeah, like, it could be a 10th seed. Like, the best player on the Nets is Miles Bridges, and that's no disrespect to Miles Bridges, but it's like it ain't even close to who the second best player is.
No, and that's facts, right? And
so
they're actually trying to compete, right? Like, we doing the same thing, but we got 34. Man, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, man. I'm beating a dead horse on this one. I would have liked to see them make moves, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Clearly, they're not attacking anybody in the buyout market. We just, again, bid them to a multi-year deal.
We did sign another two-way guard.
Yeah, he a shooter too. He a shooter too. He getting up 9 attempts a game, shooting like 39% from 3. So he's a shooter, right? But again, if he a two-way player, is he gonna see some minutes, especially playing under Billy Donovan?
You know, position was it a guard?
Yeah, I think he like 6'6", so he like a 2.
Man, they got it tight.
Yeah, clearly.
Everybody's
6'7" and under.
Yeah. Everybody's 6.
Can I get a 6'9", a 6?
Yeah, like, y'all can't find one talented 6'8", 6'10". Like, man, y'all can't find. Man, Gallo. Y'all can't find a Jerian Grant, a Gallo.
They tried for Gallo. Gallo keep fucking, man.
Yeah.
I already knew buttering their ass up.
I knew we weren't
and leaving.
I knew we weren't getting Gallo.
Yeah, man. I think Bertans may be somewhat available. I heard Fournier is somebody to look out for because the connection with him and Vooch. But still, that's another 6'6" guy.
Yeah, they even still they got I think they haven't been bought out yet. So, and I mean, at this point, they might not even get bought out now.
Exactly.
That's probably why they did their little move.
Exactly. And then again, you got to sign anybody who, if you go to the playoffs, for them to be playoff eligible, you got to sign them before the first. So we like fucking 4 days away. Again, we ain't making no moves. This is the roster we going with. We don't have a 4 on this roster. We don't have a season 3 on this roster. To me, DeRozan is still a 2. It is.
Now Ayo playing the 3.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. We finna watch this.
Caruso playing the 4.
Again, we finna watch this shit. Hopefully nobody else get injured. And they end up finding a way and figuring it out. This is Artur's vision of competitive. So again, I don't see what he see, but I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. I'm not the a whisperer here of the future, you know. But you know, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Lock into the game tonight. I think they played the Hornets, matter of fact.
They played the Pelicans.
The Pelicans. Yeah.
Hey, watch that game. They beefing with Stephen A. Smith. They gonna definitely talk about it on ESPN. So watch that game, y'all.
Yeah.
The Pelicans admin beefing with Stephen A.
Get into them, man. It's gonna be some entertainment, you know, outside of the Bulls. So that's always good to look forward to. And then the Pelicans just got in a fight with the Heat last week. So I think some of their players suspended. So it might be a good quality matchup, right? They players out, our players out. Let's go see who's gonna take that W. But outside of that, I don't got anything. Q, you got any last comments, moments you want to say to the base out here?
What she want? Living life on the run from myself and where I'm from.